You wanna sex me? Ooh, like to sex me? Ooh, and to sex me?
I want that sex meat.
I want the sex meat.
Alright, you good? Colton, you want that sex meat?
That's that sex meat. Welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn, and that's Drew Bolden.
Hey, guys!
What's going on, dude?
Hey, man.
Hey, you know what? Our lives have changed.
Yeah,
we will never be the same.
It hasn't been.
Because of this winter storm.
Yeah, it's really cold, and we haven't left the house in, like, yesterday.
If you're not in the state of Texas, and if you're not from Texas, if we have a breeze of a snowflake come in the state of Texas, we shut that whole shit down.
Yeah, all of it's, we're not driving anywhere. Nobody has ice skates, so we can't ice skate anywhere. And I see all these places in Canada that their lakes are frozen over and they're playing hockey on it. And guess what, Colton? I can't do it.
Yeah, you can. And we will tomorrow.
Well, we're going to try, but apparently it's supposed to be frozen for like 2 weeks before you even step foot on it.
So why not try tomorrow?
It's only been 3 days. Hey, if you fail once, you'll probably fail again.
If you fail once, get it on videotape, and maybe you're a girl, and you can sit to girls getting hurt.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
Wow, that was completely on accident.
I didn't even mean to do that, but speaking of...
Hello.
This episode is sponsored by Girls Getting Hurt.
Yay! And I think the reason why we are sponsored by Girls Getting Hurt is because we are so much better than everybody else that they see the potential in, well, not me, but you, I think.
I don't.
Is that that's what it says? That's what the script says.
It said "F you, Drew." Is that?
Wait, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't say that.
Guys,
I just wanted to say that because "F you, Drew."
Actually, the script says, "From Girls Getting Hurt, really random. Please stop saying that we are sponsoring you. That is not true. Good God, we would rather cut our own off and shove it in our own."
Oh, God.
I don't. But what we're really reading is nothing, and we made that up. Improv and scene.
Speaking of and scene, love you, Morgan Miser. She's the best, and thanks for giving us a heads up about the rolling blackouts that are happening in, all over Texas. Thoughts and prayers. Whatever that means to everyone in the state of Texas. Like we said before, that the whisper of a snowball in the state of Texas and everyone freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
And they started doing rolling blackouts for some reason throughout the state of Texas.
I still don't fully understand it.
I don't either.
But then again, I still really don't fully understand anything.
Yeah, I'm not a chemist. So I don't even... No, but...
you know what? You're not a chemist, but I feel chemistry between us.
If this wasn't a table right here, we would be...
Oh, same thing. All right, Colton, on 3, say the one word that I'm definitely thinking of. 1, 2, 3. I was going to say penis, but penis... None of this is going to go in.
We can't. No, but I did.
I literally said on the thing, try not to mention anal or penis in the beginning of the 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah, well, we already failed. So we are
okay. Why would you say failed?
We failed out of college, like you did. This is episode 45. Both of our favorite president was president.
Dude, the last time I said something about our president, it was about how Biden doesn't know how to speak. And I think people thought that I love Trump for some reason. And I didn't reiterate. And because I think I didn't want to get into politics. And I was like, man, have you ever heard Joe Biden speak a sentence or something? And then I failed at talking in any sentences the rest of the podcast.
It was ironic that you were talking about little Joey B not being able to talk in complete sentences because you can hardly make it.
45 is our favorite president. F*** ourselves. If we say that, people are going to riot
they're going
in the
to
streets.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, hey, also, I think we got like a slurry of new followers. Is that right? Slurs? A surge?
No, you're wrong. But we have a.
You've already made me crack
surge.
up. Not me being nice to you. You made me crack up 3 times on accident. So what I'm saying is I want to keep talking because Colton will keep saying stuff. But we have a slew, a trough of new followers. So thank you for following us on our Instagram. If you were here from Girls Getting Hurt or Nut Shots or Porn Parenting, thank you for joining us.
Porn parenting?
No.
Every time.
Yes.
I'm thinking about porn a lot. I'm sorry. I don't watch it. I swear.
Imagine
Mom,
there's
Dad, I don't. Speaking of Mom, Dad, Gwendolyn DeVere, don't watch this episode. We're talking about outer course.
Outer and inner and middle.
What is outer course? Is that when you
outer? You can eat pretty much anywhere.
Not. I don't want to say that.
I think outer course is when you don't take your clothes off.
Oh.
Or it's like a. I think it's like an over the pants handy and stuff.
It's the dry grind.
The grind.
Yeah. When you're. Have you? Okay. First of all.
Wait, I was going to say something.
Go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
Can you remember? Because if I forget, I'm going to forget.
I'm going to get myself pink eye. Oh, dude, this is so off the rails.
This is the worst episode we've ever recorded, and there are more people watching now, and they're going to...
Oh, if this doesn't turn out good, then it's fine. We'll just scrap it.
We'll just, end the podcast now. I hope that smells. But I like that you stood up, dude. Wait. Did you say I'm going to give myself pink eye? This part, I'm going to cut this and put it at the very end of the episode.
Ooh,
okay, anyway, what I was going to say was, can you imagine if... This isn't going to be funny because the joke we said was over 5 minutes ago, and then Colton just farted. Okay, what happened was earlier Colton said porn parenting, that's what I think of every time. Well, I was going to say, can you imagine if that was a style of parenting? There's religious, there's homeschooling, and then there's porn parenting where you raise them only on porn. And scene. Thank you very much. Should we just restart this episode over?
Hey, welcome into the Really Randumb podcast. I'm Colton Pettyjohn. That's Drew Bolden.
Hello. This is definitely not the second time we've recorded this part.
We're getting silly tonight, but it's all good. We're trapped in our house because in Texas...
You're my trap queen.
If someone speaks the word snowflake, everyone freaks the out.
Well, now everyone's going to do it again because you just said it.
And you put yourself on lockdown. We haven't left the house in 3 months, but it just started snowing yesterday. Yeah. So I don't think that has anything to do with the snow.
We just didn't want to leave. Well, I haven't left since, I think, Vietnam.
And I think March of last year when we quarantined, you're like, oh, this is my excuse not to leave the house.
Yeah. And then now this is also, but... I just don't have anywhere to go because all I need is right here.
Yeah, you're right. You don't have any friends elsewhere.
In this cup.
It's fine.
Also, if you see a little puppy dog walking around, that's Nala. We decided to bring her in here because we can. And this is our podcast. And, speaking of, this is our podcast.
This is our podcast. And thank you for all of our new followers on Instagram and Facebook. If you don't know, we just put out an episode on MemeGirls, the MemeGirls YouTube page. Thank you so much for having us on that page. We did a little kind of reaction video. It's a series that we like to call Randumb Reactions. So
Randumb Reaction.
Yeah,
that was dumb.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes.
It's only about 15, 16 minutes long, so we'll put a link in the description to that video. We had a lot of fun doing it, and hopefully we'll be doing more.
Oh, we are doing more because we're about to film another one, dude. And seriously,
I seriously had so much fun.
Yeah.
That video.
So whenever they so of course most of the people that are new, you're following Girls Getting Hurt, you're following Nut Shots, you're following Poor Parenting on Instagram.
Yep.
So from that, all right, Colton, you with me?
I'm all aboard.
Choo choo, mother.
Yep.
So, first of all, yes, thank you for coming over. We are going to do 69 episodes, and then we're calling it quits.
Okay.
Or, I think we talked about this before. Once we get to the 69th episode, we'll just say 69, like episode 69, volume 2.
Because we are super mature.
Yes, which is the reason why we had to restart this episode over, because we farted a bunch of times.
And I don't want to get off the rails like we did before.
Oh, we'll do it later.
But to be honest, I think the number 69 is, it's one of those things that like everyone hypes up, but like, dude, I've hardly even like kissed a girl.
Yeah.
Much less
you were married?
69. I don't even know where to even begin.
To find 69 women.
Do you start with the 6? Do you start with the 9? Do you?
What you can't do pole to pole. What is it?
You can't do hole to hole. You can't do pole to pole. You can't do pole to hole. Yeah.
Well, that was like the spooning rule for if you had your friend over.
Wait,
dude. Yeah, that's good,
dude.
When's the last time you did pole to hole?
I don't know. But
I've never kissed a girl.
Did you like 100%? This is off track, but when you would stay the night at a friend's house, when like it wasn't uncommon for me when I was 14, 15, 16 years old to stay the night at a friend's house, and we would sleep in the same bed. And I legitimately, and maybe this is because I'm like dumb, but I didn't even like think of
it being considered gay.
I didn't even think of like the possibility of like even sticking my thumb in his belly button.
Oh, I was gonna say ass.
I didn't even think about like anything like that.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
When you're that young, you don't care, because you kind of like, kids are kind of gay if you think about it. They're all wrestling each other and putting fingers in each other's asses, and
that's just you. That was, no one else did that.
What really?
Yeah.
Is that why we were such good friends? Is that why people think we're gay together?
because we
other things. Our torso fingers.
Random question.
Oh.
Really random question.
Nice.
Yeah. What age were you, and what was the scenario that you saw a naked woman for the first time? Okay, because the first time I saw a naked man was...
I know where you're going with this.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay, well, I'll talk about it.
I only talked to my therapist about that.
When was the first time you saw your dad's penis? And why was it so big? You ever think about that, dude? I know we've talked about this before off the podcast because we're friends in real life. But,
yeah,
dude, the first time,
strange.
Dad, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk about your member. But the first time I think I ever saw my dad's penis on accident, because it was on purpose before. What?
Yeah.
No, but I saw it and I was like, and I remember being like, 25, and I was like, I was probably like 4 or I mean, the first time that I remember seeing it. Great, now I'm thinking about, I can see it. I was this tall. It was right there. It was literally like, well, it felt like it was like dude, I think it was the same size as the logo back here. Look at this thing.
So when I was in 5th grade, I remember this is so weird, but very, very vividly. Like, you have those moments in life where sometimes they're like, you don't know why you remember them. Other times they're like monumental moments and you know exactly why. Like September 11th, I remember exactly where I was, blah, blah, blah. Like all like I remember that day very, very vividly. I don't
remember exactly that day, but I remember the events and I remember them rolling in a thing so we could watch it. And I was like, what? I didn't really know what was happening. Anyway, we don't have to talk about it.
So, the first time I ever saw a naked woman was...
Oh, is this where this was going?
Yes. I was in 5th grade.
Oh.
I was... teacher let us go on a restroom break. I went to the restroom, and can you bleep the name out? Please?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I was in the restroom, and I swear to God, up at the urinal, kid walks up.
Are you peeing?
Yeah, I was peeing.
Okay.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. He walked up and he was like, "Hey, do you want to see something?" And
oh my god! At the urinal? No, I don't want to see anything. Jesus.
No, you gotta blank the name out. I don't want you to say. But anyways, so he had, like, he ripped out of a magazine a picture of a naked woman, and I remember, clear as day. I mean, ginormous boobs, and they were so veiny. Oh, and I was like, "What is that? That's, oh my god, that's scary." Like I legitimately was like, and then like after that moment, I walked away, and I'm not even kidding you. That was the first time I was like, I mean, am I gay? Like, I don't think that's attractive. I don't think that's sexy.
Well, did you go and look at it later and be like, I like that better than veiny boobs?
No, I was just like, I was very sheltered as a kid. I didn't see a whole lot up until then, and that was my first experience with the female body, and I was just like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't get it.
I still don't get it.
I don't.
No, but like everyone our age, their first experience of seeing a naked woman was either like in a magazine because they found it in their basement because their dad had nudie mags, or super early internet where it took 10 minutes to load a nipple. And you're like, oh, yeah. I don't know if you kids know this now. If you're under the age of like, what would you say, like 20 or so?
I mean, I would say like 22, 23.
Yeah. So before, back in our day, before you had internet on your handheld device, you couldn't find porn unless you bought a magazine or you had video or a movie, or I'm pretty sure that's it. What, magazine, movie?
Yeah.
Or anyway, but I think we talked about this whole episode is going to be about seeing boobs and dicks. So strap in or on, I guess. That's what I should have said. But like, I'm pretty sure we talked about this, but like 3 a.m. every night or 2 a.m. every night on MTV or Comedy Central, I forget which one, they played the infomercial of Girls Gone Wild. And my good Lord, did I go wild on myself to those. Because every once in a while, I was like, for some reason, because the blood probably wasn't in my brain at this time, I was like, dude, they're going to miss the censor. Like on national TV, they're going to forget to put a GGH logo. Not G.
Whoa.
Speaking of, our new sponsor is GGW. Yeah. BBW.
Oh, no.
BBC.
Yeah, no, that's
no,
exactly
British balls.
Columbia. So we
British Broadcasting Company is what BBC is.
We were talking the other day about like the first time, you know, we really delved into,
I don't think delved is a word. You say that quite often. You know what?
I like to make up words like Yosemite. That's a word.
It's also I almost said that's also a national park, but that's Yellowstone.
No.
Yosemite Sam.
Yosemite is so the first, we were talking about like the first time we really ever like saw a woman and looked down and was like, what's going on down there? Mm-hmm. Something's happening. There's a little.
It's much bigger than I remember.
Yeah, well, not a lot,
not much
but
bigger, but
it's
a little bit bigger than I remember.
So we both have similar experiences where we've talked about this week. I mean, how old were we? We must have been like 12.
Are you talking about the first
13.
time we?
I don't want to talk about.
We've literally talked about seeing our dad and seeing.
I know, it's just weird, but anyways, we both watched Dodgeball, and there's a scene in Dodgeball where they're doing a car wash, and these girls are in bikinis, and the song Milkshake comes on.
Yeah.
My milkshake brings all the body. And they're
Everyone
like
knows.
pressing their boobs up against the car wire. And like, dude, I have never been more like, dude, this is the hottest thing I've ever seen.
Well, they weren't.
There's nothing ever going to be hotter. And I will watch this scene. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I rewinded that thing.
Yeah.
I just watched it over and over again. I was like,
I only needed like 2 or 3 rewinds. When
I'm not talking about.
Oh, well, the scene was only like 5 seconds long. But yes, that I think, just that sort of image of a girl's boobs. When you're that age, it doesn't matter what she could have been doing jumping jacks, and I would have been like, yeah. I'm not going to do the motion, but starting a rotor boat.
I also remember, there was I think I got it from the Scholastic book fair. Was it Scholastic?
Oh, Scholastic, yeah. Nala! Okay, yeah, we kicked Nala out, okay? She was being loud. But yes, the Scholastic book fair.
So
Dude, how great were those days, though? Whenever they said, hey, the book fair's in town.
Yeah, they're the best. Like, I used to go down and I would get, I would look at, I was never interested. This explains a lot, but I was never interested in the books.
No one cares about the books.
I always loved like the I love like collecting the different kind of pencils.
Yeah.
Okay. There were like
nerd.
Well, there were like basketball teams, baseball teams, football teams.
Yeah.
There were also different like Technicolored pencils,
which you could definitely tell the difference of.
Yeah, I love the black and white ones. But
which was weird because they all were to me.
Yeah.
Colton's colorblind for you new people that are joining.
But one year I got the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes.
And it was the Millennium one. It was a 2000, and it was all silver. It's a silver book.
And it wasn't. It was like green.
No, I swear to God, it was silver. And I mean, I looked through that thing back and forth. I love that thing. But especially page 123.
Shut up.
And there was a picture of this lady in a pink bikini.
Oh yeah,
so hot. And I don't know what the world record was, and it wasn't like the world's biggest boobs. I remember we talking about that, but
hottest body.
It was. I have no idea what it was, but I looked at that page a lot, and to be honest with you, I don't think. If you go back to the book that I had, I don't think you can open the book. I think there's something wrong with it. Because every time I try to open it, it's like stuck for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. But
I'm pissed. I was gonna make that joke. I was gonna go, can you open to that page anymore, or is it stuck together?
But
damn it, dude! I was there with you though. I mean, do you expect me to not say that?
Yeah, I was right. But what was the first time, like legitimately the first time you ever saw a woman that was
in person
more than scantily clad?
More than scantily clad.
So naked.
So she was naked. Are you talking about in person?
No. The first magazine, the first video, the first whatever. So
I remember this vividly, like almost as if it happened yesterday, because it did. Finally saw first naked lady. No, but it was in a magazine. And
did it change the way you looked at like the women around you?
No, I was too young to really understand.
Because it's the same way. Like
I think I was like 3 or 4 when I found it. So I remember seeing it, and at that age you don't really know what you're supposed to do. So I just like I remember like this is way too much information. Thank you for joining us, you new followers. But I remember just like putting my penis on the page and just like moving it around. I didn't know what to. But I was like, I think I'm supposed to do this. I just like moved it around on the page, and I was like, yep, all right. And then I used to take baths in my parents' bedroom, and so I hid the magazine under their bed, like they wouldn't look and be like, oh, there's a porn mag here. But I remember, and I think this might be just because I don't remember it very well, but I remember it being a porn mag, but when you opened it, there was just like a bunch, it was like blank, like white pages, but a bunch of random naked women on horses, on motorcycles, kissing each other, touching. And I remember being like, this is a great magazine. I think I'm supposed to like this. Mm-hmm. But I think that's why my parents are divorced.
So I will say, like, I don't know why, but the first time I saw that magazine or whatever,
we didn't even write this down on what we were going to talk about.
It didn't change the way, like, I saw that person as like a not real person.
Yeah.
I didn't see, because you would think like maybe once you saw that, like you go back to your classroom, because I was in 5th grade, go back to your classroom and you look at your teacher a different way. But I wasn't even like relating like that person to she's a woman and she's also a woman and she also looks, I mean, my teacher definitely did not look like that, Nick.
Dude, okay, so also I think about this now. All of my teachers growing up were uggos, and sorry, my mom was one of my teachers.
Dude,
she was the most beautiful lady I've ever seen in my life. But also, I don't remember having a single hot teacher.
No.
But now, I think I've dated like 3 hot teachers. And I'm wondering where all the old women have gone. And why aren't they teaching anymore?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Maybe I had one hot teacher, but I think I was like 2nd grade and I didn't really know what hot was.
In 8th grade, I think, of 7th or 8th grade.
Any attractive dude teachers?
I had Miss Hale, and I thought she was super hot.
Yeah, you keep telling me about her, but
she was also like 6 foot tall.
Oh shit!
Yeah, she
really.
Oh yeah,
I'd climb up her. You know?
Yeah, she was.
That's inappropriate.
But besides that, like, I didn't have any other teachers that were, and even in high school, there were a couple of teachers that were kind of relatively young, like maybe in their 20s or 30s.
See, but even then,
they weren't even hot.
Yeah,
they weren't even attractive.
Yeah, you think about now, like the people that we know that are teachers, and you're like, they're getting fucked up every night, and they also still get their phone paid by their parents.
And I used to be a teacher, and I was freaking hot. You know,
yeah,
and
I don't
know,
how you won hottest teacher award.
Yeah, and I don't know how any of my students.
God. I can tell you how. Some of them follow you on Instagram now. Actually, I think some of them watch this. So if you were one of Colton's students, tell me if you thought he was hot. Rating 1 to 10, 10 being the middle. Seriously though, I think I had one. I don't know if I had any handsome. Okay,
I think the 90s and the 2000s,
everyone
wasn't the
ugly.
era for attractive people.
Everybody was ugly as back then.
Also, I think back then, like, teachers took their job serious. Like they like their career. They wanted to be a teacher.
Right.
And then like the late 2000s, it was just like, I can't get a job doing anything else.
I guess I'll teach.
That's what I did. I mean, that kind of sucks.
That's true
to admit, but I didn't know what else to do, and I was like, I guess I'll be a teacher.
Yeah, and it pays, like, it doesn't pay terribly. I mean, it could pay better, but for what it is, really, you work 8 months out of the year, 9 or whatever. And well, also you taught what?
Graphic design. So it wasn't
but also,
like a core
I'm
class.
Pretty sure you made it fun because you taught for what, 2 years?
Yeah, and honestly, I will say, even though like it wasn't something that was like my dream job or a lifelong thing,
to think about you as a teacher, that's so weird to me.
But like, I really feel like I was more impactful, and I don't mean to brag, but like, I enjoyed that job, and I enjoyed like the relational side of just getting to know students and like trying to help them. Because I remember. Yeah. Like, I was so confused as a teenager, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I needed so much guidance. So as a teacher, like, I was just like, hey, you know, I'm going to try to help you be okay in graphic design, but what I really want to do is help you be able to navigate through these weird times of life. Because, dude, I didn't know anything when I was... I mean, when we were teenagers, we literally had zero clue. I mean, we don't really know anything now, but back then it was like
true.
We had no idea what to expect, and so I would like to think that I maybe helped out a little bit in that regard. I don't know.
You know, Lil Nas X got titties.
Yeah. So the other, like,
If I remember what it is, I'm gonna go, oh, and then I'll bring it up.
I saw this on Instagram.
Yeah.
But Lil Nas X posted that he had these. I mean, Gajungas.
He had
those things were popping.
Good Lord.
The question is,
oh no.
you know, I know we talk about our gay adventures together and how we don't know how we didn't end up
What left and right
homosexual.
Yeah. That jury's still out, I think.
Yeah, to be honest, there's still not a conclusion to that story.
I mean,
but
if we keep getting locked in, it's happening.
Yeah. If it's just between the two of us, we can make it if we try.
We can make it if we try. Just the Drew in us.
So
I just want Drew in us.
I do not. No offense. But
well, then we can't be gay. You just said it. Sorry, I'm chewing ice. That's so unprofessional.
So my question is,
yeah, I would.
If a relatively attractive male got tatas implanted on their body, let's say,
can I pick the man?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just pick a random guy, Colton Pettyjohn.
If I got some nice double D's planted on me, would you?
I think we have too much to lose. I think if it happens, I think if for some reason we end up betting each other and
not us, but
okay.
but
I'll pick someone else. You. So
let's say everyone always says Brad Pitt, but let's say
he's a little bit too old for me.
Channing Tatum.
Nah, not into it. Not into his look.
Let's say Ryan Reynolds.
Okay,
you can't tell me.
No, I mean I've wanted to do stuff to Ryan Reynolds since I
without tots.
Yeah, without him. Yeah.
But if he had totties,
I still think it would be. I just in me thinking about it, just being a dude with tits. That's. I mean, it's not like I haven't had sex with women that look like dudes, but what I'm saying is, I don't think I could get over the mental hurdle of it being a man.
Okay,
I'll joke. I think we've joked about so many gay things, but I think when it comes down to it, I'm gonna be like,
dude,
there's no way this episode
went
is
so far south. So,
but what I'm saying is, congrats to Lil Nas X, even though they're not real. It's for a music video, is what he said. But they look great.
They look fantastic.
They had the Girls Gone Wild logo over the nips, which I was a little upset. Did you see the real ones?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see
nip. Dang. Why not? Why don't they post one with the nip? Did he post one with the nip? I guess that's if they're not real. I guess they're considered. Well, I mean, I guess that would be like any woman that got fake boobies and they show their nips. What are we talking about?
That's a strange thing that we can show guys' nipples, but we can't show. Anyways,
yeah. What do guys' nipples even do? Other than tell us we're cold, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Some guys are into nipple play. What about you, Colton?
No.
It tickles too much. Yeah. Like, don't suck on my nips. I'm going to be honest. You can whisper whatever you want to in my ear. You can call me literally any name you want. In my ear, you could kiss on it, lick on it, and you can do anything to me at this point.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like getting my nipples sucked on or anything like that. But I would enjoy you to
me.
Plug a car battery up to it. Now when
you did this, now that is electric.
I can get on board with.
I can get behind.
So, do you ever think about someone that you met several years ago, whether it's 5, 10, 15 years ago, and maybe you didn't just meet them then, but someone that you knew back then, and the last time you saw them was 10, 15 years ago. Okay. And at that point, they were already older, 70, 80, 90. Something
you're
like
talking
that.
about they're already up there. Okay. Yeah.
And now, 10, 15 years later, do you ever think of the fact like
they're probably
dead?
Yeah. I didn't know that's where you were going with it, but I do think about that quite often. Do you ever think about like people you worked with that you met back in the day, again, up there in age? You ever think about like, this is the last time I will talk to them? Because I don't ever want to see this person again. No. But now dead is a little bit weird. No.
So I was more thinking of... So I saw a thing pop up on my time hop. I had this customer back when I was working at Brookshire's in the produce department. She would come through all the time, and she was late 70s, maybe 80s, and she was the sweetest, most frail lady ever, but she was so sweet. And we would have like long conversations, and she really, you could tell like she didn't have a whole lot going on in her life. And
the conversation was one-sided, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but like you could tell, like I said, didn't have a whole lot of people to talk to, didn't have a ton of family members. So she would come to the store, and like talking to the people at the store was like her communication. I mean, besides that, she didn't have really a whole, like she didn't have any friends. She didn't have people to talk to. Mm-hmm. And so this lady, like anytime she would come in, I would stop what I was doing and I would go talk to her. And like, I really, really enjoyed talking to her, and just, I mean, I would just listen to her.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. She would just, talk about whatever. And I didn't really care, but I just like I was glad that I could be there for her.
Yeah, and also, especially when you're hourly, you're looking to waste time.
Oh yeah.
So, lady Dolores probably is her name. Talk that shit up, girl.
Come on,
let's go.
So she would come in all the time, and I remember one day she told me, 8 years ago today, she told me that it was her birthday, and it was like, so as soon as you come in the store, produce department is like the first thing that you hit, and so she saw me first. And so she told me it was her birthday. I was like, oh my gosh, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't remember how old she was, but I think it's like 80, 81, something like that.
Damn.
And
how long ago was this?
8 years ago. So I went in the back when she was continuing to shop. I went in the back real quick, and I made her a vase.
Or vase if you're nasty.
Vase. With a dozen roses, and before she left, I met her at the front, and I was like, happy birthday, this is on me.
Oh, I thought you were going to go, happy birthday, you're going to want to buy these up front.
Yeah, you gotta, there's a little tag right here, it's $37. Yeah, but happy birthday. Yeah, enjoy paying for this. But no, I posted a picture on Facebook of that it was her birthday, and it was a picture with her. And like seeing her face, it was just like, it was kind of cool seeing it. But then it was also met with,
that bitch dead.
I don't think she's alive.
Yeah.
Because she was a smoker. I could smell it on her.
Oh God. Like weed?
No. She, Camel Crush. That was her thing.
Oh shit. Was she just...
Yeah, she was packing the, no, she was definitely a Marlboro Red.
How do you say that name?
Marlboro.
It's Marlboro. I also saw actually when I was growing up, one of my friends, he was like 10, had a whatever the that's called Marlboro hoodie.
Of course.
Like, why does he have that?
Because his grandpa bought like 7 cartons a month, and they gave, after the 8th carton, they gave
a free hoodie
away for free.
Dude, it was even like red on the top, white on the bottom.
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool. I wanted it.
It looked cool. Yeah.
I was really jealous of him. I was like, God, dude, he's going to so many bitches. But also, what was her name? Dolores?
I don't remember.
Here you go, Colton. Here's one for you.
Okay.
If she got fake tits and said, I'd really like to break them in. Yeah. Don't ask me about a dude with tits if I can't even talk about an old lady with tits. Yeah. Would you, if Dolores, limped her wrinkly ass up to you and was like,
no,
hey, Colton.
No.
Look at these. And then they were like, you would turn that down?
Yeah, I respect the elderly.
Yeah, well, she wants you to respect her by...
Oh, God.
Imagine, you think that elderly people, their partner, their walker...
I don't want to talk about this.
That's right there. You wrote, let's talk about being a walker. Anyway, so speaking of death, I've talked about this with friends before, other friends, Colton. I didn't put best in front of that. One of my other best friends, and it was we constantly talk about wanting to end our own lives. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry. Well, I treat this as therapy, but no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we always talk about like, imagine if you could get right now, if you could go on to to one of those internet www websites and type in mylifestats.com or whatever the hell. This sounds like it's a brand deal, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you go on into, oh, well, you can.
Well, you
but
can.
Anyway, so imagine if you could like if you could Google how many times I've pooped in my entire life, and it would show you what it is. But for some reason, we talk about this constantly. Like, if you die, if God or Buddha or what another made-up character hands you the stat sheet that says, this is everything you've done in your life, and this is how many times you did it, and this is when the last one you did. How long you spent making out in general, how long, or the amount of time you've had, when your longest erection was, shit like that. You know what I mean? Just random stats. You ever think about that?
No, I don't. Well, and until you brought it up, and then I was like, man, there are a lot of things that I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like,
how many tests I failed? God, that's probably in the millions.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough.
How many? So I would like to know how many hours I have spent holding in a fart.
Oh,
it's a lot.
Are you technically holding one in when you aren't farting, no matter what, or are you consciously holding it in?
When you have to fart but you can't because you're
people
around,
or you're at a funeral,
yeah.
So, dude, I think that's got to be a ton for me.
So much. Holding
in a fart,
dude.
Like just any random stat, it would show up on the bottom if you ever thought about like how many items you put up your ass or whatever. I don't know. This is just one that I would want to know, which would be
a lot.
0. It's a lot. But or like how many gallons of water you drank or how many gallons of you've spilled. You know what I mean? Like you didn't think I would say that. How many times I've said the word
oh, dude.
That's in the gallons.
You
amount. I don't know. That's got to be the millions. That's got to be my highest one.
Highest cuss word or highest word, period?
Yes, to both.
No.
That's got to be. Maybe I've said a or and or the or like. Or literally any other word I've ever said.
But,
how many times you think? I want to see a stat sheet of how many times you went. You do that so much.
So, dude, I didn't realize I did it at all until the other day when you said it. And then as soon as I did it and I was about to say something, I was like,
dude, you will always pull up a, when you go, so here's the thing. Have you ever thought about how annoying when I click?
I hate that so much.
No, it's fine. But think about that. Like, what do you think would be the most shocking statistic about you that you would want to know? You know what I mean? Like how, I do like the how long in total you've held in farts is good. Or how many times you've farted in general.
Yeah. Or,
this is kind of morbid, but how many times you were this close to dying? Like how many brushes with death you had? Like if you were about to if you would have left your house 10 seconds later, you would have been in a fatal crash or if, you put the third thing up your ass and it expanded your rectum to non-repair. You know what I mean? That's weird.
Has there been a moment in your life that you think could have possibly led to your death?
Oh, I'm sure. I think my birth.
No,
sorry.
But like I don't know if there's a moment in my life where I thought legitimately maybe I could have died, but like I don't know.
I think most of your like encounters with being like brushing close to death would have to be in a car, like a crash, right?
Yeah.
Or just playing like a sport and say a baseball would have flown into your temple or something. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Or if you got like because wasn't there a kid in our high school that got he was playing football and he got like wrecked his neck or something
and broke his neck. Yeah.
Is he paralyzed or anything?
No, he was able to. I don't know how, but he recovered.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's like 100%.
Can you ever 100% recover from a broken ass neck?
I think so. I mean, it got better, and he was able to walk and move his limbs and everything like that. But I think he probably doesn't have the full like range of motion in his neck or whatever. But
yikes,
that's actually a really good. I don't know. That's an interesting question because
I got another.
Would you want to know all those things?
I think if I'm already dead,
I would.
I'm saying like if I'm dead,
yeah,
there's really nothing to lose, because you're already.
I guess it's true, but like, what if?
Like I want to know the moment like this.
How many times you've looked at an ass?
That's another one,
dude.
That's okay.
So from the age of
I got
like
another morbid
12,
question for you.
From the age of 12, I don't know what happened, but I like trained myself, not purposefully, but like after learning about the woman's body and all that kind of stuff,
and man's,
I automatically, anytime a woman walks by,
oh, no butt is safe.
It's so hard for me not to like, and I'll do the bob, like the real quick. It won't even be fast. It will just be like, and it'll even be like an 80-year-old woman,
oh yeah,
or whatever. And I know that it's not going to be anything I want to see, and so, but it's just like the automatic like notice.
You can't look away. You got to notice it. It's a human body. They walk past you, and your eyes are there.
I know, but that's so. I mean, that's got to be in the millions too. Like,
it's billion.
Yeah,
sure.
it's up there.
Okay, so that one was fun, but what about this? If someone came to our door right now and said, "I know the exact time and day you would die,"
no, I don't want to know.
You would not want to know. Me neither. Fuck it.
No,
because if he goes like this, if he goes 12:01 February 16th, 2011, or 2021, I'd be like, that's tomorrow.
I would just stay in.
I mean, I would go and probably go grab some tits or something, dude, because I'm going to be dead. And if I can't shake it, I think the anxiety of knowing like,
dude,
I'm dying in 12 years or something. I don't know. Maybe I would, because then I'd live it up and be like, you know what? I don't have to worry about bills tomorrow. So
I will say there would be.
I would tell a lot more people to go f themselves to their face.
I think, yeah. I think there would be some sort of like relief of knowing like, okay, this is when it's going to be. Because there are times in life where I'm like, I don't do anything like super crazy, but I know that there's no time in your life where anything's like safe.
Yeah, exactly.
And like even as a 30-year-old, like you could be in a car and out of nowhere get sideswiped or whatever, and it could be done like that.
Yep.
And you have zero control over that.
Right.
And that's the scariest thought.
Yep.
Is like not knowing when it's gonna happen.
Yep.
And if it could be soon. There's a chance I could live for a while to be 70, 80, 90 years old. Mm-hmm. But there's also a chance that tomorrow something happens and
our house blows up and we both die.
Yeah, and that's the way I want to go.
Yeah, well,
I want to go with you.
I want you to die first.
Okay. Dude.
What?
What?
No, but I do think I would want to know. I think I would.
Nope. No.
But also, when you find out, doesn't it change the time that you die? Because you could go, okay, well, on that day, I'm just going to go into a bunker. Unless it's like to a heart. Or wait. Okay. If you had to pick between two, you have to pick. You can't say, I don't want to know either.
I know.
It has to be when you die or how you die. Yes, sir. What would you do? Which one would you want? You have to pick one. Don't be a bitch. Like you always are.
That's tough because
I'm picking when, because I don't want to know how, because then if it's like you'll die by masturbating, I'm never going to masturbate again.
No, but like what if What if it's like you'll die of being decapitated?
Oh, so you never know when the that's gonna be.
Or what if you like you die?
Oh, like just
burning
cause
alive.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm never lighting a candle. I'm never using the oven. I'm never using a heater. I'm gonna starve to death.
That
Frozen.
would be,
I'm gonna freeze to death.
I actually think I think I want to know how.
So I guess what I meant was yeah. So how you die, but I guess it wouldn't be like you would die running or something. I guess so like the cause of death, like heart failure or anal prolapse or something. You know what I mean?
What?
Can you die from that?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either, but I do know what it is. But I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, so real quick before we go. Listen, everybody, this podcast sucks almost as much as I do. Okay, everybody, this podcast, I'm going through puberty. That's what happens when you take a month off of doing a podcast because we didn't really know when our promoted video was going to go out. So anyway, thank you new people for coming. Sorry this podcast was so weird, but that's who we are. And the reason why we called it the Really Randumb podcast is because we can talk about whatever the hell we want, whoever the hell we want, and whenever the hell we want. Mm-hmm. And whenever the hell we want is right now. So thank you for watching, subscribing. Also, if you watch the video, thank you on our YouTube channel.com/reallyRandom. Or if you want to, you can also listen because it is a podcast on Spotify, Google Podcasts, the other one, Apple, I think, and then the other 18 other podcast things. Because you guys are watching them, which is great, but you can also listen to. We don't get that many listens. Which, I mean, we do promote the video so much.
People enjoy looking at us.
They enjoy looking at you. But a real quick thing before we go, Colton. Stop signs. How often do you fully stop at a stop sign? And this came to light from one of our friends.
Never.
Who stops for 17 seconds before they go.
And it drives me absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Because
just go.
Dude, there's no one around. There's no one even close. You're in a neighborhood. There could be kids crossing the street, and honestly, they probably deserve to get hit.
Yeah.
But
look, we survived as
kids.
There's
no one close.
Yeah, we survived as kids in the street. It's really the kids' fault if they get hit.
If it's 10 o'clock at night, there's no one driving around. There's no one out.
Yeah.
You're looking around. I mean, just go.
Yeah, I mean,
you can. This is what I do.
And they call it a California stop, right? The roll through or whatever the hell it's called.
I go up and I tap my brake to where I tap it all the way to the floor, but it's not like I don't press it and set.
Yeah.
I just tap it to the floor and then I go.
Yeah. Like you press it, you slow down a fucking nut.
Now, if there's someone coming or if there's something around, then I'll stop all the way.
Right.
But there's really no reason to stop and go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, if you haven't looked left, right, left by the time you slow down enough, that's your own fault. You don't need to stop fully, look, and then go again. We don't have time for that.
Yeah, no.
Because I could be dead.
Yeah. And then when someone's in front of you and they do that,
they can themselves.
Because that's the problem. Like, I assume that people are similar to me, and so I start rolling. And if they stop, I'm like,
go!
This is your fault that I almost hit you, not mine.
Yeah, and that's why
you were following the law, but
the law won. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. That's Colty Bitch, and I'm Drew Bitch, and I hope you like our new random reactions series because we really have a good time doing it, and we like making fun of people. But I think I'm gonna find a home video of you getting hurt at some point that we can react to, and then go, "Oh, I remember that." Do you have one?
No,
I'm gonna ask Cecil and his big old dad. Yeah.
Okay.
Colton, what was that one thing you said to me that you wanted to close this episode out with before we started recording? You said, "Hey, let me say this one thing."
If you don't dream, if you don't believe, you're probably right.
Thanks for watching.